In this video, let's dive into exactly what progressive overload is, how often you should progress, and how you can implement it in your own workout so you can become as fit as possible. What's up, my friend? It's Nick here. If you have followed any sort of serious training protocol, then you would have come across the term progressive overload. This basically means that for you to grow, your workouts have to be harder over time. It should not be that hard, but I see so many people doing this wrong, and it's killing their gains and even causing them to get injured. If you are new to the channel, then welcome. Consider hitting that subscribe button for more in the future, and maybe even smashing that like button if you're feeling frisky. Progressive overload is when you gradually increase your workload in a given workout. If it's strength training, it'll be something like reps or weight or sets or tempo or range of motion. All you have to think is that over time, you have to get better. If it is endurance training, it should be something like workout speed, length, time, and break. So to really understand what progressive overload is, you should think about why do you work out. Even though there are mental benefits to working out, I think that most of us work out to get fitter or bigger or leaner or faster or just better. However, here's the problem. Your body has evolved over time to be as lazy as humanly possible. It does not want to work. So if you put a stimuli on your body and you don't increase it, then your body thinks, okay, now I don't have to evolve anymore because I can take that load. That is because muscle requires energy, and in ancient times when food was scarce, you should not be walking around with too much muscle on your body. You would have exactly what you needed to survive and nothing more. So what we need to do is to increase the load, so we increase the demand on the body, so it has to evolve. Your body has to think, if I don't evolve, then I am going to die. I have to do this so I can be more lazy next time, so I have to use less energy to do the same task. Now, this is one of the reasons that you should not be working out like a professional athlete unless you want to be as energy efficient as possible, because professional athletes, they want to use as little energy as possible on their task, whereas if you're recreational and you just want to get fitter, then you want to use as much energy as possible so that you can burn off as many calories as possible in the least amount of time. So my friend, all you have to do in your workout is to progress over time. If you don't do this, if you don't progress, then there is something wrong with your nutrition or your sleep or your workout protocol. But wait, Nick, you can't progress all the time, can you? Nope, you're right. And this is where most people get it wrong. So listen carefully. There is such a thing called overload. Now, with overload, we talk about two different kinds of overload. So we have the chronic overload and we have the acute overload. Let's talk about acute overload first. Acute overload is when you take on more than your body can handle. So if you are used to doing, let's say, 70 kilograms of bench press, and then suddenly you do 100 kilograms, then you risk serious injury and muscle tears and bone fractures. So don't do that. Don't progress for any means necessary. Chronic overload is when you do too much over time. So it might just be a little bit too much every day and you don't get to recover enough. You don't get enough sleep. You don't get enough nutrition. And then at some point you will get those tendinitis. You will have some pain here, some pain here. And that might even lead to an acute injury. You have to understand that working out is when we are breaking down the body, and when we sleep and eat right, when we recover, that is when you are becoming better. The more advanced you get, the more you have to think about something like periodization. You do not have to increase your workload every single workout. Let's take a quick look at what the research says. Stone and colleagues wrote in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research in August of 2021 that evidence indicates that a periodized training progress coupled with appropriate programming can produce superior athletic enhancement compared with non-periodized progress. So what does this mean? Well, most people just follow the same workout protocol every single week or every single month. That could be like an upper-lower split, it could be a push-pull leg split, it could be a full body split, but they just do the same over and over again. You should not do that. You should switch up your protocol like every 2 or 3 months to get the best result. If you want me to cover that in a future video, let me know in the comments below. Now you know that you need to do progressive overload over time, but did you know that if you do eccentric work, that might be superior to getting some extra gains? If you want to check out more about that, you can check the video right here.